You may have actually come in for a good react. Because chat, Rev put out a video. Rev put out a video about the crash outs. I think this may be a follow-up to what we watched earlier with Hasan crashing out. This seems like it may be a follow-up. Fair warning, okay? This is why I asked Ryget to review it for me. Fair warning, at the beginning of this video, they are going to talk about the DC shootings. I will tell you right now, chat, we are not getting into that. For this bit, we are not going to get into that part of it for this video. Our purpose is the responses by Hassan and those of his ilk, because that's probably what they're going to be talking about. So, in terms of the issue of the DC shootings, leave it be. Just leave it be. Okay? Just know that going in. We will clown the fuck out of Hassan. We're going to leave the whole thing about the shootings alone. Okay? Let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today I want to provide an update to my video from yesterday where I talked about a situation where Hassan Piker and Twitch as a platform are receiving immense criticism right now, especially after the head of the ADL directly called out Hassan Piker and his rhetoric and tried to link it to a recent attack on 2 Israeli embassy members. Now today, we're going to be looking at Hassan's reaction to all this, which is a massive crash out, but we're also going to be looking at a related crash out from people in his circle, including iDubbbz and his wife, Anissa. So let's look at what Hassan is doing, and look at this. Wiping his Discord server. Yes, that's totally not suspicious. After being called out and having a national spotlight put on him, he immediately nukes his entire community's Discord server. That's totally not suspicious whatsoever.
Fuck! Okay. We are into the backpedaling and eating shit phase here. Yeah, well, ping, because he couldn't do... There's probably thousands of posts in this stream discussion that would be sus as fucking hell. That would basically be evidence to be used against him. Yeah, Seamus, in Discord, I'm sure Discord could if, you know, if there was like a subpoena on Discord to basically pull up the logs, yes, they probably could pull them. But for someone that like just jumps into his Discord, they wouldn't be able to see the stream discussion because they nuked it. And Darian DeSo, thank you for the prime. Oh yeah, it's in a Cloud Falcon. That's what I'm saying. Like there is backups before, but for someone that like, you know, maybe a reporter or a government official that decides to jump into his stream or jump into his Discord and look at what people are saying, they wouldn't be able to see all of the past shit that they've been saying. That's the purpose of it. Because I bet you once that story popped on CNN, he immediately went in, he or one of his mods jumped in and nuked all the comments from the stream Discord.
However, and this also comes after a portion of his stream that we did cover in yesterday's video, where he told his audience to basically get it together, to stop saying crazy extreme stuff because it's making him look bad. He is very nervous about this. Do not be fooled. On top of that, you can see this whole rhetoric being reflected in his own chat. This is a highlight here showing his chat as Hassan shares the manifesto of the shooter from that attack. Look at it. It's all heart emojis. It's all heart emojis, and it's like sympathy for the guy. This is the community he has fostered, and I told you guys yesterday, He
He's
is so
working on it,
audience
Dwayne.
captured, he has to deal with these people because if he condemned these attacks, for example, he'd be crucified by his own community. So this is what he has fostered, and now he's dealing with it.
And this is what I've said about this, is that people in this sphere will eat themselves for the tiniest thing. So if he actually said anything of condemnation, they would turn on him in a fucking heartbeat because they have no loyalty. They only believe in drink the Kool-Aid, and if you refuse to drink the Kool-Aid, you are dead to us. He's starting to realize this, I think. He's realizing that there are actually people fucking crazier than him, and now he's trapped. Sucks to suck, dude. And you know, as you said, Anubis, he's made his bed, now he's got to go shit himself in it.
He'd be crucified by his own community. So this is what he has fostered, and now he's dealing with it. And he's trying to pander to them in some not so subtle ways, where in his reaction to the shooter saying free Palestine as he was arrested, this is how he described the events.
But like I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so fucking crazy that it's like you could not have fucking designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at all. I'm not saying that.
Oh, yeah, you
I
are.
think this is just a one dude
yes, you
who
fucking are.
is genuine in his actions and maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken. Okay.
Yeah, so if you were not...
Oh, the fucking cope on this. Oh, he is backpedaling and eating shit as fast as he can right now. He can feel himself squarely in the metaphorical crosshairs of the media and the government. He knows that he knows the clock is ticking on his life as a streamer. And I don't mean that in the way of him being unalived. I'm talking about basically Twitch being forced to pull the plug on his stream. That is what I'm referencing, just for clarification. He knows now that the spotlights have been turned on him, he's having a
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Kind of moment. He's realizing that everything he said is now going to come back and bite him squarely in the ass. And that's why he's trying to claim that it might be and make no mistake, he is trying to claim it's a false flag. He's saying, like, I'm not saying it isn't. No, dude, you are. You're trying to claim that this is some kind of a false flag. That this is some kind of a bullshit fucking psyop. When it's not. And now you're realizing, oh shit, here comes the consequences of my own actions. That I've been promoting this shit. I've been promoting terrorists who say this shit. And now it's actually come home to roost, and people are going to be looking squarely at me. And Twitch.
Born yesterday, you understand what he's trying to do here. He's basically saying, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This looks like a giant psyop campaign, but it's actually not, though, guys.
Yep.
He's saying this to a very unhinged audience who will believe in stuff like this because they...
Zeb, it's not a question of being smart enough or self-reflective enough. It's more along the lines of self-preservation. This is self-preservation. He knows, and to your who was it that said it? Hang on, let me find who said that. Crap, where is it? Okay, right, where you said he'll be in jail before Twitch bans him. Disagree. if federal authorities or local authorities start conducting an investigation and start questioning Twitch in regards to his content, and they sense that they're building a case against him that's going to be moving forward, they will probably boot him off the platform. Because Twitch will have to do that in a desperation move to basically show to the authorities, see, we don't approve of this. Please don't come after us next. That's what's going to happen. They will, the moment the heat starts coming down on Twitch from authorities, they will boot his ass off the platform in a heartbeat. They'll try and make some excuse like, oh, see, he doesn't align with our values, and so we're booting him. See, look, authorities, we did good. You don't have to come after us now.
Exclamation mark hello.
Hello.
A very unhinged audience who will believe in stuff like this because they are in fact...
Zeb, you were absolutely right on that. RPX, we don't joke about that. I understand the sentiment. I do. It's not something that we will joke about. Okay? Believe me, I understand and appreciate the sentiment. But stuff like that, we do not wish harm upon anybody. It's okay. It's okay. Like I said, I understand the sentiment of it, but we do not wish harm upon anybody in this community. Yes, I will have a rage moment where I talk about the you-know-what. That is not me actually wishing harm on someone. That is essentially my pressure release valve because I'm so fucking pissed off and it's to keep me from saying something that A, I don't mean, and B, something that I will regret. But we don't actually wish harm upon people. That's not our way. We can be furious at them, we can rage at them. Absolutely. But it's not the way we do things because we're better than that. We can wish that their accounts get drained and that they are stuck in the poorhouse. We can wish that they go to jail or they go to prison. Abso-fucking-lutely. But yes, Seb, yes, that. And again, that is a pressure release, and I'm not, because it's obviously superfluous. It's a pressure release valve for me. But don't actually wish harm upon anybody. With foremost, nobody likes eggplants.
Very unhinged, and they've been fed a lot of extremist opinions for a very long time. Now, watching all of this unfold, he got very upset on Twitter because people were starting to criticize him, and Hassan started to crash out there as well, where he said this. LMAO still going, by the way. You're an immensely privileged, wealthy YouTuber who's using the backdrop of a live-streamed child holocaust to try and make drama slop as you call for deplatforming of pro-Palestinian voices. Have some effing dignity. You're not the victim, just a narcissist.
Hey, Hassan. A certain incident in October happened. The people you support have actually said they seek the genocide of an entire people. Do not pretend like you're some kind of fucking angel. You and the people you support literally advocate for genocide. That is their literal mantra. Don't even try and pull this bullshit. Do not. It's blatantly hypocritical and you're a fucking liar. You are a flat out fucking liar. And that's why you're scared to actually debate someone who actually knows something. Chat, I actually said this to Atsunashi today. I didn't realize at the time when we were watching the Johnny video yesterday and Johnny brought up how about, banned Twitch streamers showing up in a video that someone watches on Twitch. I didn't even, it went over my head at the time. Johnny fucking Somali literally tanked Hassan's main excuse for not wanting to debate Ethan several weeks back. If you remember, Hassan was trying to pussy out of the debate with Ethan by claiming that he was scared Ethan was going to bring Destiny on, and because Destiny is banned on Twitch, that he would catch a ban for it if Ethan brought him onto his stream on YouTube. In the video yesterday, Johnny actually said something that I completely missed, and that is that Twitch changed the rule about someone that is banned on Twitch appearing in a video during a Twitch stream. Not actually like partnering with the broadcaster, but appearing in a video with that the Twitch streamer views will not catch you a ban. So Johnny fucking Somali literally tanked Hassan's argument for why he wanted to not debate Ethan. He was scared about Destiny coming on. Think about that, chat. Think about that for a minute.
Holy projection. He just described himself.
Yes.
Brother,
yes, exactly.
You are the wealthy YouTuber who's trying to profit off of a crisis. This is you profiting off of a conflict that you are talking about on a daily basis. And then down here, have some dignity. You're not the victim, from the guy who constantly plays the victim 24/7. And then again, he says, drama slop. You're the slop, dude. I'm the slop. We're all the slop. All the people involved with this, it's just slop. Stop acting like you're above and beyond everyone. This is just YouTube content at this point. So if this guy thinks he's somehow special or unique, he is just the same as all the drama slop he's constantly calling out. And here's another one. It says 2 Israeli embassy officials get killed, and Ethan Klein predictably moves to make a movement about himself from the comfort of his mansion as the criminal state his community keeps defending continues with its unlimited child murder.
Again, the fucking projection. The projection here is fucking insane. Seriously, what do you think the people that you promote on your platform do, Hassan? Every fucking day, what do you think they do? They do exactly what you're claiming right here. You fucking terrorist sympathizer. Keep fucking talking. See, let Hassan keep talking, chat. If Rev does not read Ethan's post, I will. I'm gonna give Rev the chance to read it. But the funny thing is Hassan is only building a case against him all the more. He's literally doing a Johnny and providing all the evidence. Durhan. He's providing all the evidence needed to either, if there's any criminal charges that are going to be forthcoming, or to get him booted off of Twitch if the issue gets forced. He's literally just like Johnny, he's presenting all the evidence that they need.
Holy projection. This guy lives in a $3 million LA mansion, and he's trying to shame Ethan Klein for working from the comfort of his own home. This is insane. It almost I feel like he has to be trolling at some level. Like maybe I'm giving him way too much benefit of the doubt. Is he in on this? Does he know that he's making these statements that are going to be instantly categorized as projection? Is he just trying to get attention? I don't know at this
I
point.
think he
but
really is that brain
Of course,
rotted.
he's been talking a lot about Ethan Klein.
Okay, we'll go back since he didn't read it. As you watch Hassan, fans and Twitter left to celebrate the murder of two innocent Israelis, understand that me and Hilaire are just as valid targets to them. I've known this as people like Hasan and iDubbbz lecture me about hallucinating threats. I knew this the moment I ended Leftovers. Why would I want to be a member of a community that would literally cheer on my death? There's a toxic, violent, nihilistic extremism brewing on the left, and it should scare us all. Honestly, I don't even know if you could call it left anymore. Realistically, the extreme movement that these guys take, I don't even know if it would be fair to categorize it as left or right anymore. Realistically speaking, this has gone so far off the fucking map. It is its own thing. It honestly is kind of its own thing that is borrowed. Yeah, exactly. It is not left or right anymore. To categorize it like that is something of a fallacy. They have moved off in such extreme directions that have become their own thing, and they're like picking and choosing little tidbits from one side or the other to basically provide themselves with legitimacy. And it's like, this is fucking insane. This is just absolutely fucking insane. Now, is Ethan correct in that this has presented him as a target? Yeah, he is. He's already had CPS called on him and his kids. He's already had human skulls delivered to his home as a not so subtle threat against his children. Yes, he is he is justified in being fearful that he is a valid target. You know, regardless of your feelings on his standpoints on these issues, okay? Regardless of that, we have seen evidence to showcase that he is a target, that he's already targeted, and that he could be targeted by people that are more than willing to ramp things up. That is a legitimate fear. So this is fucking bullshit. This is basically saying, I don't care if you're scared. I like that you're scared. That's what Hassan is doing. He's saying basically the subtext of his comments is, good, you should be scared. I want you to be scared. That's not doing him any favors in terms of he shouldn't be booted off Twitch. It's not doing him any favors at all.
I don't know at this point, but of course he's been talking a lot about Ethan Klein, who has been having a hell of a time on places like Instagram, sharing his reaction to everything unfolding with Hasan Piker and Twitch as well, and also all of the orbiters in Hassan's circle here. And yeah, I guess he has every right to, because he's the one who was the subject of the content cop by iDubbbz, and he's had the debate with Hassan. And as you can see, iDubbbz, he's also crashing out at the moment, and he's someone.
What is this PFP of his? Seriously, what is with the PFP? For God's sake, why? Fucking why?
Who is currently on a generational fall off. Recently, he went after Ethan Klein, calling him the new king of incels, which is not just watering down an already abused term, but with Ethan Klein, I mean, not only is he married, he has children. He is definitionally not an incel. So keep this in mind, because the term incel and how it's used is going to be very important in a couple seconds. But
okay, this should be good.
You can see right here, there was a...
I mean, granted, chat, the moment we hear the word incel, we know that the argument's about. We already know this. Okay, this has been very well established at this point. The minute someone says the word incel, everything they just said is bullshit. Everything. They throw in the word incel because they cannot actually justify the garbage that is vomiting out of their mouth in that moment. So just bear that in mind, okay?
It's a very ill-advised collaboration he did with this retired-looking e-boy here, where they talked about what they phrase as skullgate. Now, for context, before we watch this clip,
for fuck's sake,
they're referring to a situation where 2 human skulls were mailed to Ethan Klein. Conveniently, by the way, he has 2 children, and this was all during a very big attack on his family, including the false reports to CPS on his family as well.
One last question. Did you send the skulls?
Don't forget. Well, that.
What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
Okay. I am going to say that is a stupid fucking question by this interviewer. That is a pretty stupid question by this interviewer. Like, I don't think it was ever even hinted at that iDubbbz was the one to do this. It's basically, it's widely considered that it was part of that Reddit community that basically follows denims. That basically, like, the whole purpose for their existence is because they have a giant hate boner for Ethan and Hila. I cannot recall a single time where it was even considered that iDubbbz sent these skulls to Ethan. And yeah, Revan, it's maybe the interviewer was trying to trick him, get him to, like, even tangentially admit to something. Maybe. I think it was just for shock value. Realistically, I think that this was the person said this just for, like, a shock thing, and that's it.
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that. Especially when I heard that they were, like, from skulls.com or some shit like that. That made it funny.
Yeah. Just a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah, was it a death threat?
Oh! Got him! Got him! Oh, maybe I didn't give this interviewer enough credit. Oh, he got him good on that. Yes, he got him good. He got iDubbbz going. No, I actually found it kind of humorous, especially that they came from skulls.com. And the guy says, so you find death threats funny.
Gotcha, bitch!
Oh. Did he say just kidding?
Yeah, was it a death threat?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. Skulls.com with
even if he was, like, just kidding, he just inadvertently got iDubbbz. Even if he didn't intend to. And Andrea, not that I'm aware of. In fact, I don't know if he's ever even said it. The only thing we know about the skulls, other than that they were sent to his house, is they immediately called the FBI, and the FBI is involved. To my understanding, it is yet to be disclosed the origin of where they came from, whether or not they were real, and where they could have come from. I'm not aware of that being disclosed at all. The bad empanadas you're thinking of, Kevin. Yeah, so even if this guy tried to bet, and I'm not, like, I don't know who this interviewer is, so I'm wondering if he did the I'm just kidding thing just as performative for iDubbbz, or if he was legitimately, like, doing it. But regardless, he fucking got iDubbbz. That was a gotcha moment.
Yeah, no. Skulls.com with the serial number still attached and the packaging still on it.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about it because I think it was linked to as like a was it a response to my
now he doesn't know anything about it.
Or was that before? I don't even remember.
Do you think he sent the skulls himself?
I don't. Let's put it this way. I don't endorse sending skulls to anyone's houses.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no. Tamer, that rings pretty fucking hollow. Saying that after you said, I think it was kind of funny. Ha ha ha. It was funny, right? And then when this guy said, so you think death threats are humorous, he again laughed. And then he's going to say, I do not endorse sending skulls to someone's house. Too late. Too late, iDubbbz. Already played yourself. As if he wasn't in enough shit already. Leave us not forget, chat. He had to drop out of the Creator Clash. The Creator Clash was doing so fucking bad with its ticket sales, he had to drop out of it. He basically wiped his hands of it and said, you know what, this is doing shit, I'm out. And he backed out of it. And now he's gonna and now we're seeing this. Like, really? He's crashing himself out. Too easily. And honestly, the comments he just made begs the question, is he going to be getting a visit from someone in the near future for a little bit of questioning? Have to wonder.
As you can see here, iDubbbz is really flashing off his recently found empathy, where he's basically saying that having 2 human skulls mailed to your house, that, by the way, from skulls.com, it costs thousands of dollars to do this. He's saying that's just a funny joke. Like, imagine that. I definitely bet if Ian and his wife Anissa had 2 human skulls mailed to his home during a feud where people were targeting
he'd
his
cry like
family,
a bitch.
They would definitely think it's a big, funny joke. It's all a big haha.
Oh, that's the crazy thing. If he had that happen to him, he'd be crying like a little bitch on Twitter. Ethan actually was not going to say anything about it. Because if memory serves, I believe this is the timeline, although I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they received the skulls first, and then the false CPS report was done on them. And because they received the CPS report, that's why they disclosed the skull incident. Because he was not going to disclose the incident with the skulls, but because of the false CPS report and the visit from CPS, that's why he decided to disclose what happened with the skulls after the fact. If this had happened to iDubbbz, he would have been crying like a little bitch on Twitter. And just saying, they're attacking me, they're attacking me. Immediately, he would have done this. So let's not fuck with the bullshit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This guy is such a fraud. He's sitting here trying to act like he's the guy filled with empathy, and yet he's making light of this situation and involves his former friend. It's disgusting. This guy's fall off, like I said,
he's
has
empathetic when it makes him money.
Generational. And in response to
yes,
this
like
clip
I saw it.
being shared around, Ethan Klein decided to share some information on iDubbbz, where he said this: I never planned on sharing that story, but after seeing him call these skulls humorous, I realize there is nothing they won't say or do, and so I'm returning the favor. My boy has not been so much as touched by the opposite sex before Anissa. In itself, it's not a big deal, but in the context of their relationship, I find it very humorous. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, I'm going to go further, is that Ian and his wife Anissa have weaponized the term incel to insult other people, including Ethan Klein.
Okay, let's be more specific. They have tried to weaponize the term incel. Keyword there is tried. Because for anybody that is reasonably logical about this, they know that incel means nothing now. So they have tried to weaponize the term of incel. It is not successful, but they have made the pitiful attempt to do it. So let's make sure we get that straight.
And before his relationship with Anissa, and it seems like iDubbbz has confirmed this, by the way, he had never been with a woman. And that would be, his mid to late 20s. And again, on paper, it's not a bad thing. Like, not losing your virginity until you're with the person you end up marrying. A lot of people would think that's very admirable. But this guy is shaming others in the same situation he was in and trying to weaponize the term incel to insult people. As we saw, Ian call Ethan the king of incels. And this was his response to that story being shared. He doesn't deny it. And he says he wants that incel audience bad. This doesn't even make sense. What is he saying? What? Ethan in his videos made jokes about iDubbbz getting hit in the head too many times during his short boxing career. And maybe he's onto something because this makes no sense, dude. But why would he be trying to get an incel audience while low-key kind of shaming people for being incels?
God only knows.
The crux.
I mean, it's desperation. This is iDubbbz desperately trying to clap back. If this is his response to H3, now granted, I'm not approving of Ethan putting this out. This does not look favorably upon Ethan to put this out. Getting into these fucking Instagram or Twitter spats like this and putting this shit out is petty. And doesn't look good, does not look good for Ethan. It feels petty and childish. And I would have hoped Ethan would have maybe been above this, but he's not. And it's honestly pretty pathetic to put this out. But iDubbbz is so butthurt by this that this is his absolutely sad and pathetic clapback. He so desperately wanted to clap back, but she can't deny any of this. So this is what he comes up with.
Of what he's saying. Like, this doesn't make any sense. This response is embarrassing. But, of course, Anissa has to weigh in on this, where she replies saying, why are you so sexually invested in us? Do I phone 911, a priest? Who do I call to get him help? Again, they're pretending that they actually care about anyone's mental health. That was apparently the whole reason for the original content cop on Ethan Klein. iDubbbz said he was really concerned about his mental health and he wanted to help him,
fucking shit on a stick.
Complete farce and just really a manipulative way of going about all
I
this.
call bullshit.
As you can see, Anissa saying, why are you so invested in our activities? Well, of course, again, not only is iDubbbz constantly weaponizing the term incel and implying things about Ethan and his life, but of course, she does the same. And really, Anissa, by the way, has been on a also generational crash out at the moment. She has been very upset since the backfire of the content cop on Ethan Klein made by her
probably
husband.
Not helping her
and
OS
of course,
page.
This was her response to one of Ethan Klein's posts where, let me just give context here, she once again shared the wild theory that Ethan Klein is on drugs and that explains why he has certain tics. And of course, those tics she's referring to are a result of his Tourette's. So the person who's shamed others for ableism in the past, as I've talked about before, is now blaming tics from Tourette's on drugs, which is even worse because she's not just some random person on the internet. This is someone who was friends with Ethan Klein and his wife for nearly a decade. She knows he has Tourette's, and she's still
things have
propagating
certainly
these
changed,
lies about him being on drugs and that being the reason for his tics. It's disgusting. But this was her response.
I mean, they're both trying to basically cover for the fact that they're absolute pieces of shit. She is an OF whore. He is a cuckolded bitch. That's all there is to it. That's all there fucking is to it. Like, honestly, all of this is just like, I'm including Ethan on this. All of this back and forth on social media is pathetic. It really is. Going back and forth, going, oh, Ian was a virgin before he got with Anissa, and Anissa saying, oh, he's on drug because he has Tourette's. Like, this is such petty fucking schoolyard bullshit, honestly. It's fucking sad. Ruby, the cat girl is still here. I'm just hiding the ears and the tail. They're channel point redeems now. And I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Welcome to the live version.
Response. No way he's on the full alt-right incel pipeline again. You're using the term incel. Now, are you the one who's so invested?
You keep using this word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Or better yet, you have used up the charges on this word. It is no longer effective. That's actually better, now that I think about it. The jack-offs in the social space like this have used up all of the charges that came with this word, and they can't recharge it, so now it's basically just fucking useless.
And what he's doing in the privacy of his home, it's very, very strange. And also, we have this as one of the responses to that previous statement where she said, Ian was too nice in his content cop. Trust me, if I was pulling the strings, I would have looked a lot different. It would have looked a lot different. No mercy for creepy, misogynistic losers who can't handle criticism.
Hot meat fucking kettle.
The whole thing that people say about Anissa constantly emasculating Ian, she's never beating those allegations. I cannot imagine personally my wife taking to social media and saying, you didn't go hard enough in your video. I would have done a better job. I would have actually put the people who were the subject in their place better than my husband, who didn't have enough teeth for this. Like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. In this very statement, she basically just outed Ethan as being a cuck. She flat out just outed him for that. Saying, oh my fucking God. It's just, this is pathetic. This is fucking pathetic. You can't help but just laugh at these idiots. They're so fucking stupid. It's the only response you can have to this is just to laugh at them. Honestly, it's
Pity
got
Joan
that
Rivers
stupid.
is gone. She'd rip everyone involved a new one and make it hilarious.
Probably. All right, let's wrap this up. This has just gotten so silly and stupid.
And again, she's been having a crash out. This post has become a meme where she said, it's okay to find me attractive and still hate me. I know it's confusing for some of you. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. And the memes that have come out of this
God.
are absolutely...
Chat, be honest. Is she attractive? I mean, if she didn't say so, it's not going to make me think any different of you. Truthfully, it's not. If he thinks some people, like, certainly she could be thought of as attractive. I mean, do I personally? No. I'm sure plenty of people do. Some people love all the tattoos. Some people love, her style with her haircut and her facial features. It's fine. It's totally fine if you do. Yeah, and Sly Up, for a lot of people, the personality absolutely does ruin it. For some people, it doesn't. It is what it is.
Hilarious. And it's funny, too, because, like, despite what anyone wants to say about me, I never attack people's personal appearances in the way that a lot of people are mocking this post, but it just shows, like, they think being attractive is like a shield for criticism.
Yes, Heckle, don't worry.
And also just, this is clearly very narcissistic, the way they're going about this. And again, like I've made videos talking about Anissa before, and her appearance doesn't matter at all, because the things she says online are just that stupid. And if you look at her most recent post, she said, "Why does Ethan Klein hate hot people?" That was her response to Ethan's latest stories he shared on
Someone has an
Instagram.
inflated ego.
Interesting set of crash outs, that's for sure. But that's going to do it for this video as for now with these situations. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
What a fucking shit show. Honestly, that is an absolute shit show. It's not even like it's not even politics. We're basically looking at a collective people who have their heads shoved so far up their own ass they can taste what they had for breakfast. And it's basically just them jerking themselves off saying, look at how wonderful I am. And using current events as a means to platform this, look at how wonderful I am. Don't you love me? Oh, by the way, give me money. Like, all of them are like that. It's just fucking pathetic.